friends, this is Mrs. Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead. Don't have anything new for you right now. I'm still working on a couple of experiments. Like my hat, my son made me buy it. And not because he doesn't let me ball, but because he says I rock it. I read a question today, and I want to kind of answer it, but it's a long answer. So I thought I would do it on video, but I had to write it down because there were just way too many points that I didn't want to miss, and that I didn't want to sound like I was coming off half-cocked, so to speak. The question was, in your opinion, what is the one thing that could happen in this world that could change the course we're on? Really good question. My answer is love, okay? And I'm going to explain what I mean. And here it is. I wrote it down. If everyone in the world made one positive change, everyone, whether it is environmentally, stop using plastic bags, for example. Financial, learning how to live with less instead of reaching for more. Or making all decisions filtered through love. Not romantic love, planet love, mankind, not romantic love, planet love, mankind love. So you ask for one, and I gave you three. But there's not one answer, and yes there is. It is love, because all these things, any positive thing you do, anything positive that you do for mankind or the planet or each other is love. It's all about love. Someone who is poor and destitute may not be able to do with less, but they can filter their decisions through love. For example, a street person is seen picking up litter and depositing in a garbage can. When asked why they're doing this, they simply answered, "I'm cleaning up my home." Okay, this person may be on the streets for many reasons. Mental health, no choices left, or simply it is a choice. But whatever the reason is that they are there, they are making a decision filtered through love. They are simply cleaning up their home. Now, if a simple street person with no house, no car, no money can make that simple decision to clean up their home, this action costs them nothing but means everything. Especially if everyone felt the same way. Not necessarily about their houses, but about our home, the planet. For the people that do have homes and cars and a little money in the bank, they can make this one change. Or they can take it one step further. They can make one change within their homes. Something as simple as stop using plastic bags. Using less chemical products. Reduce, reuse, recycle. These things are all important, especially the decision to reduce, because it is a decision. It's a choice. These things do not cost much, if anything at all, but the consequences can be so huge. For those with much, no one's asking them to give it away, or even share it, but to use their influence by leading by example. They want to give it away, that's great. That's fine with me. They want to share, that's fine. But if nothing else, they can lead by example. A wealthy person can afford a Hummer and can afford the gas to use for it. But if we see them driving an economy hybrid car, he can afford to pay all his electric bills and then some. But he has solar panels and geothermal heating. We may not be able to afford those things, but he can inspire us to try harder. Should I tackle what the government and big industry can do? We all know what they can do. We know what they can do. They can legislate that all car companies will now produce only hybrid cars. That, by the way, would make the car companies who want to provide faster, smarter, sharper cars, it would make them work harder to provide not just what we need, but what we want. They can offer tax breaks to companies that offer cheaper, affordable energy alternatives to the general public. Subsidize solar energy companies. Offer subsidies to people who use less energy and show that they are trying their best to find alternatives. Okay? Really? They don't want you. They want you to pay for the oil. I don't know why they want this, but I don't know. Subsidized solar energy companies offer to subsidize people who use less energy, less gas, and less oil. Consumption goes down, people's savings go up, and the planet is one step closer to being a healthier place. These things are all possible, and what, do you ask, have they to do with love? Now, back in the beginning, if everyone made one change, whether it is to pick up a piece of litter, or use less plastic, walk more, drive less, plant a garden, use non-GMO heirloom seeds, make healthier choices at the grocery store, or grow and raise what you can, you are choosing love. Love your neighbor? No one's asking you to go over and hug him and tell him you love him. He may be a nasty SOB. But you can love him by respecting and protecting the soil and the groundwater you are responsible for. Because we're all responsible for every choice and decision we make. We are responsible. If everyone, rich or poor, invisible or constantly in the public eye, makes one change for the better, the change would be huge. It would be a tsunami of change. I said before, we vote every time we shop. We also vote every time we choose heirloom seeds over GMO, every time we ask for paper instead of plastic, every time we drink water instead of pop, fruit instead of chips, every time we choose a candidate to represent us in government who echoes our views. No person, big or small, rich or poor, can say nothing I do personally will make a difference. That's a lie. That's a lie. We can all argue about money, the haves and the have-nots, whose religion is right, whose is wrong, gay marriage, religion, Christian, Muslim, Wiccan, who deserves health care, who does not. By the way, everybody deserves health care. Whether or not taxes are right or wrong. None of it matters if our planet dies. None of it. If the planet dies, we are all shit out of luck, folks. And tell you the truth, the government and big industries love it when we disagree on stuff. It keeps us busy arguing points of reference, what really seem important, but keep us distracted enough so that we don't see what's happening around us and what deals they're making while we're arguing. Filter it with love, folks. When you have a decision to make, even if it's whether or not to express an opinion, ask yourself one question. How important is it? Think that through, right through. Is the fate of the planet and all our lives resting on that answer? Think to yourself, what is the most loving next word that can come out of my mouth? The most loving thing for this planet and the generations to come, and make that decision. Even if it's picking up a piece of litter or giving your seat on the bus to a pregnant or elderly person. If enough people stop arguing and start working in solution, start paying attention to the bigger picture, we can all step on a new square and make this world a healthier place. Financially, physically, environmentally, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, we will be the people we were meant to be. It's all about choices. It is. It's all about choices. I'm sorry I had to read that. That was not scripted. That was just, I wanted to get all my points across. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, blessings to us all.
Babe, I'm way down here. You know I'm way down here.